Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we're going to look at some luxury makeup. We have some new quads from Guerlain. This is the Guerlain Ombre G Quad Eyeshadow Palette. There are 3. I picked up 2. We are going to look at them and try them on in a demo and talk about them a little bit. Now, on this channel, we cover everything all the way from high-end makeup through straight out luxury, and this of course is luxury, Guerlain being a very, very famous Parisian house. They are $85 each. I know it's a drop your teeth price tag, but whether you're here because you're wondering if you should invest in them, seeing what I think of something you've already purchased, or just doing a little bit of window wishing, I'm good with all of it. So let's go ahead and talk about what we have here. First of all, like I said, there are 3 $85 quads. I would have loved to have gotten all 3, but you guys, I have to put the brakes on somewhere, right? So the 2 I picked up are Royal Jungle, and I'll show you that now. It's kind of a brown and gold palette. So beautiful. Let me show you, first of all, that's it in the pan, as you see. Let me show you what it comes like. And this beautiful, it really is pretty, with the embossed Guerlain logo here, all fingerprinted up by me. That didn't come with it, that's provided by me here. And of course, a nice velvet little sleeve to carry it in. That is the Brown Gold Royal Jungle. And I also picked up what you are getting a preview of right now, the Majestic Rose, which is the pinks and the plums. No, I'm not sick of those yet. You think I would be, but I'm not. We're gonna look at them swatched in 2 different lights as well. And then there is a third called Imperial Moon. That's kind of a nude shade with blacks and silvers, kind of a more neutral of the 3. So I just picked the 2 that I did. They also come with little brushes that are probably just great for travel, but not something I generally use, these little spongy brushes, but I do definitely would travel with them in the little velvet case. A very luxurious experience. There is no scent to the shadow, in case you were worried about that, as there can be with Guerlain products, as we know. There isn't here. This is some of the first done by the new, fairly new makeup, creative director for makeup over at Guerlain. She simply goes by Violet or Violette, and she's had her own line and done a bunch of things and some fashion photography and things, and this is kind of her concept for the brand Guerlain. And I'll put a picture of her up there. All right, so let's take a look at these on my arm. First, in studio lighting, we have the Guerlain Ombre G Quad. First on the left in Royal Jungle, and on the right in Majestic Rose. And inside in the studio lights, it just doesn't do it justice. Take a look at them though, just so you can get an idea of the satins, mattes, metallics. These have, interestingly, they have winter rose oil in them that is to help them apply better to your eyelids. Okay, let's take a look at them outside in the warm, verging on very hot, California sunshine. I think this shows them off really to their best, especially the celestial topper shades that are so pretty in both of these 2 palettes. I just think when the sun hits it outside in the sunshine, it's really nice. That's when you can really see what everything looks like. I am trying to place this formula as we go along, but I will describe it to you, like I said, as we go along in the demo. And we'll talk about whether these palettes deliver the luxury experience that you are paying for with the Guerlain price tag. So stick around right now as we try. So we have 2 palettes and 2 eyes. For the sake of time, you would think, especially with the way I blow through things, that we would do one palette. But actually, even though I do value your time, I don't think it gives a great representation of the product to just see it on one eye. I think you kind of need the done look, but you guys can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So let's go ahead and do 2 eyes, albeit in our first palette without mascara and such. And in the second, we'll just do it up. Let's go ahead and start with Royal Jungle. As I always tell you guys, I'm most excited about these, not for the shades. We certainly have the shades many times over. It's the formula that I'm excited to try. And these swatched in a very interesting way. They were very pretty, but a little bit faint. So I'm kind of curious how this will go. Let's go ahead and start right here in this Royal Jungle. Royal Jungle. And let's go ahead and just start adding that to the, wow, it's powerful. And I didn't think it would be, but that's really pretty. Okay, and I got enough on the brush, trust me. I don't know why I didn't trust the power. The power of the Royal Jungle. That's nice though. This would be kind of a, I always say this and then I never do it, but this would be kind of a pretty one and done shadow. Like if you wanted to do this brown, like if I did it all over the lid and then just kind of up and a liner and mascara, wouldn't that be pretty? Okay, taking that, and I got a bunch of Sonia G brushes here that I'm working with. Let's go ahead and darken the corner. This is one of those newest from the Kiyaki set. That's matte for powder, so perfect. Let's go in here. This is a little bit more mocha than you'd think. It definitely looks black in the pan, and I'm just going to go ahead and darken the edges with this. This is a very, very pretty palette. And I'm sorry I didn't have my hair out of my face there. That's really pretty. And it does move around. You know, it's an interesting... these are an interesting formula. I'm trying to place it. It's not really reminding me of a lot of other things that I've worked with before. Let me take a little pencil brush and run it into this kind of a mocha-y color and see if we can get any under the eye. When I swatched this kind of mocha color, I didn't feel it was definitely swatching perfectly, but how something swatches and how it applies to the eyes are two very different things, ladies and gentlemen. They really are. Do not be fooled. Okay, let's take my finger actually into this beautiful gold and just place that over the top. Oh, I love that. That doesn't become muddy. And it really shows up on the dark background that I have created for it. So I really like the way those shades are kind of playing together. And then I'm going to take a little pencil brush again and just kind of place this very pretty kind of fairy-like shade into the center of the eye, maybe underneath the brow bone a little bit. And that of course needs mascara and liner, but what a very simple, easy look to achieve in such a quick amount of time. Very pretty. Let's go ahead and take that off and then we're going to get right into this palette. I'm kind of excited about. Okay, I was actually most excited about Majestic Rose. I know I'm supposed to be sick of rose, but I guess nobody is, and I guess they know that because they're still making rose palettes. I'm searching around for a brush I want to use. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this, which we know that these nice little shades here, these satin shades, pack quite a punch, so I'm just going to gently tap that off on my hand. And yes, I actually have mascara on already. I know that's a strange way to do it. I wouldn't do that if I were just getting ready on my own. But for us, I've been doing that lately, and I kind of like it. The look just completely comes together before your eyes. You don't have to wait for mascara. Mascara is a huge part of the look, isn't it? And liner, I think. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, loving it already. Get a little pencil. Going to go into that same and go, just under the eye, just a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. I'm already really liking this. Rose just makes me happy. Okay, let's do this lightest pink shade here at the bottom. And I'm just gently tapping that there all across the lid. That is a very gentle shade. I can see some people not appreciating it because it doesn't have that powerful punch, but I think, look at it build up. And I think that is where it's prettiest, that it builds. It doesn't have to have that complete high impact right at the start. Oh, you guys, this is the one to get. If you like kind of rosy pinks like me, if you're not quite sick of them yet somehow, this is the one to get. That's pretty. That is really, oh, I'm quite fond of that. Okay, and let's go ahead and I'm going to stick with this exact same brush and go into the slightly darker shade, which I know to knock a little bit off of. And just deepen the outer corner. I don't really have to knock anything off of it, actually. There we go. Get that purpley pink in there. Oh, this is the one to get. Yeah, I am really appreciating this more than the first one we tried on, which was very pretty, and I'll definitely use it. These are nice. I can't describe this formula. It's really sheer and really soft. It's not powdery at all, and it's very kind of translucent. Is that the right way to put it? It's very translucent. Lucent. Okay, let me get under there with this. And then we'll do a little bit of this sparkly shade with my finger. That's pretty. Wow. Ooh. Okay, sparkly shade going on in the center. And I like this because this is, you know, like Wayne Goss has done a few times. This is a true kind of celestial topper shade. This one here, you know, it's not on its own. It really wouldn't make much of an impact. But when you put these shades kind of over, and I did this with the gold in the last palette, when you have that darker base under them, they are awfully, awfully pretty. Okay, and let me take a brush and just go into the center of the eye with that shade as well, maybe a little under here. Wow, that would be a really pretty highlighter too on the cheeks. Now I'm going crazy. That's really pretty. Interesting formula. You know, we could talk about the price all we want. You guys, as Guerlain, they charge what they want to charge. You know, I mean, Tom Ford's $90, so, you know, it's $5 less. So we could talk about the price all day. It's luxury makeup. I feel it does perform like luxury makeup. This is kind of like going out to a really expensive steak dinner or whatever it is that you prefer that's pricey. You know it's going to be expensive, but do you at least feel that you've gotten something for your money? And I believe with these, I feel like this is a luxury experience all the way from the beautiful packaging to the performance of the shadows. I don't think they swatched amazingly well, but I'm not wearing them on my arm. And I think on my eyes, they are quite beautiful. So do I feel cheated? No, I knew they were going to be expensive. It's luxury makeup. And as I always say, I am not your bank manager. This is between you and your checkbook. But if you are looking for the luxury experience, and if you want to feel as if a luxury experience was delivered, I do think these do deliver. They are beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So if you are a Guerlain fan or were interested, and I personally, the Majestic Rose is just my jam, but the Royal Jungle was beautiful. And like I said, these lovely kind of sparkly, fairy-like shades are really pretty in these palettes over the dark base. I understand in any palette, but especially in these, I really think so. So tell me what you think. How much does the price outrage you, or for you, is it just kind of a luxury experience, something that you just want to kind of look at through the lens and not buy? Or what are your thoughts? Because this is a community, it is a dialogue. Definitely let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, I'm getting dangerously, look out, close to 10,000 subscribers. And though I know YouTube will definitely recommend channels you've watched before, if you actually hit subscribe, it really does help me. We are almost there, and it takes the whole community to get there. So I would appreciate it so very much for everything that you lovely people do for me. I adore you. I hope to see you in the next video, and make sure to come by and say hi over on Instagram and TikTok too.